Hey, what's up, cooking squad? It's your girl Tay, and I am back with another cooking video. Today's video is going to be a low carb breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, so right now I am putting in some olive oil in my skillet, and I have some vegetables over here that I am going to be sauteing for a few minutes. I have some red bell pepper along with some green bell pepper, and we are just going to throw those in the skillet because I don't want those to be too hard for the breakfast that I will be making in today's video. So we are just going to saute those for a few minutes. But if you like your vegetables nice and hard and crispy, you can skip this process. So our vegetables are just about done, so we are going to remove them from the skillet and we are going to sit them to the side. So now we are going to prepare our sausage. I have some Jimmy Dean sausage here that I am just going to take out the pack, and then I'm going to make them into little patties. So we are going to flip our patties over on the other side and let them cook on that side as well. So our sausages are just about done. I am going to poke a hole in the middle to make sure the middle is fully done as well, because we don't want any raw meat on the inside of there. So I just poke the little hole in them and let them finish cooking. So our sausages are done. So we are just going to remove those and place them on a paper towel. So I have 4 eggs here that I'm going to be using for this recipe. And I am also going to add in my vegetables that I sauteed. We're going to add that into our eggs. And I'm also going to add in my air fried bacon that I fried up in my air fryer. So now we are just going to mix all of these ingredients up really well together. So I decided to add in 2 more eggs because I have a lot of bacon in there. So we're going to add 2 more eggs and then mix it up. Then we are going to go in with a little seasoning. I have some onion powder. I'm also going to add in some garlic powder along with some Lorry seasoning salt. So now that we have all of our seasonings mixed up in our eggs, I'm going to take my waffle maker here. I have a little mini waffle maker that I'm going to be using for the eggs. But first I am going to spray it down with some Pam. So now we are just pouring in our egg mixture in our mini waffle maker, and we're just going to let it cook. You don't want to pour it too much because it is going to rise. I'm just going to add a few more pieces of bacon on top of this one and a few more vegetables. So this is how it looks when it is finished cooking. And I'm telling y'all, y'all can eat this just like this. I think this will be perfect for an omelet. So guys, I took my egg, put it on my plate. I topped it with some cheese. Then I added my Jimmy Dean sausage on top of that, and I also added some Canadian bacon, and then I topped it with another piece of the waffle egg. So this is the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed this breakfast part of the video. Y'all, I really don't think this is low carb, but you know, what y'all think? So next we are moving on to our lunch part of the video. I have some parchment paper here, and then I have some Colby Jack cheese that we are going to layer out on our parchment paper. So I have my 4 Colby Jack slices of cheese here, and you want to make sure they are closely knitted together. So now I am going to take some of my Italian herb blends, and I am just going to sprinkle that all over the top of my cheese. This part is optional, but I tell you, when I did this, y'all, it tasted just like, you know, the Italian herb and cheese bread that you get from Subway. That was how it tasted, and it was delicious. So now we are just going to put this in the oven for about 10 minutes on 400 degrees. So now our cheese is finished baking up in the oven. So we are just going to sit it here and let it cool off for a minute. So now I am just going to flip over my cheese on the unseasoned side, and then we are going to start adding our toppings. I have some mayo mustard mixed together here, and I am just going to spread this all over the top part of our cheese. So now that we have our mayo and mustard spread it out nice and evenly, I have some honey turkey breast here that I'm going to be using to make our wrap. I'm going to add 2 slices of my honey turkey. Now that we have our 2 slices of turkey, we are going to add some lettuce. And now I am going to add some pickles. I have some kosher dill spears here that I'm going to be using for this wrap. So now I am just going to take my pickle and lay it right on top of the lettuce. Now we are just going to take our cheese sandwich wrap and we are just going to roll it on up. So, and this is the finished product of our lunch portion of this video. Y'all, this was so good, okay? It wasn't too filling or anything like that, but it was really, really good. But as far as the breakfast portion, that was really, really filling. I think I could have just did the eggs without the meat, but, you know, it was still good. But this is the finished product of our lunch. Let's head to dinner. So I have my skillet here and I am going to take about 4 strips of bacon and we are going to fry those down until they are nice and crispy. I have some broccoli for ribs as well. I'm just going to put these in a microwave and let them cook for a few minutes. So our bacon is just about done, so we are going to remove those from our skillet and place them on a paper towel so we can drain some of the grease on them, and we are just going to sit these to the side. In the same skillet that our bacon was in, we are going to add our chopped chicken tenderloins that we chopped up, and we are going to cook these until they are fully cooked. While your chicken is still cooking, you want to add in your seasonings. I'm adding in garlic powder, onion powder, some paprika, and some Italian herb seasoning. But you can add whatever kind of seasoning that you want to your meal. I also added in some Lawry seasoning salt to the chicken. And we are just going to mix all of our seasonings in and get our chicken nice and coated with our seasoning. So now that our chicken is just about done, I'm going to add in my broccoli that I steamed up in the microwave. So y'all know I love me some garlic. So of course I have to add garlic to this meal as well. So I'm just adding in some minced garlic. This part is optional, where everything is optional because you can always make your meal the way that you want to make it. You don't have to do it exactly as I am doing it, but I have added in some garlic. And we are going to add in just a little bit of salt just to give our broccoli some taste. So I put my chicken and broccoli to the side. I am continuing on letting it cook for a few minutes until most of the liquid cooks out of there. And I have another skillet here that we are going to be making some Alfredo sauce in. So first, for our Alfredo sauce, we are going to take some butter and we are just going to melt that up in our pan. So now that our butter has melted down, we are going to take some heavy whipping cream. And I'm not really measuring this because I don't really need a lot of heavy whipping cream for this recipe. So I'm just going to add in just a little bit more heavy whipping cream. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. I'm also adding in just a little bit of black pepper. So now I'm just going to take my Parmesan cheese and I am going to pour that into my heavy whipping cream. I'm going to keep putting Parmesan cheese in there until I get the thick consistency that I want my Alfredo sauce to be. So I added some more Parmesan cheese into my Alfredo sauce, and I think it is just about the consistency that I want. So I am just going to remove my Alfredo sauce from the stove. So we are bringing back our chicken and broccoli, of course, and now I am just going to pour my Alfredo sauce all over the top of our chicken and broccoli. So now that we have our Alfredo sauce poured on top of our broccoli and chicken, we are going to take our bacon that I chopped up and we are just going to sprinkle that all over the top. So this is our finished product for dinner. I hope you guys enjoy all 3 recipes. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you may be notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.